an alleged crime scene here. Jury's not going to like that.
No,
you don't do that if you're an innocent person.
You're not, but one of the things the defense can do is explain that Dr. Murray wasn't covering up the crime. Rather, he was protecting Michael Jackson's privacy. He didn't want the media to know what
He was dead.
Yeah, but you know what? If you think about it, he was still protecting him. His bodyguards have testified, even until today, that they're very concerned about what the media would want to know.
You know what, Gene? I just realized these criminal defense attorneys, they can spin anything in their favor. But you make a great point.
That's the only thing he could argue. I mean, what else could they argue? It's damaging.
It's a great argument because you think about the way Michael Jackson led his life, right? This is a guy who was so concerned about his public image, did so much to shield himself, that I guess you just get into that mentality, in that mode, and maybe Dr. Conrad Murray was doing it.
And we have not heard this witness cross-examined on this. Yeah, it's brilliant. It's brilliant.
They have no other choice. I've been thinking about it. If I was their defense attorney, I would say, look, he's not cleaning up the evidence. He's protecting Michael's privacy, which is what is done from the beginning. You can explain that, because the propofol...
I told you they can spin everything, Gene.
They're going to have experts that are going to say that propofol dissipated from his system. So maybe he didn't think it was important to tell him at that point in time that he was on propofol, but lorazepam, benzodiazepine, Lidocaine, all of the other drugs remained in his system. So the doctor could say, look, I told him what I thought would be in his system at the time. But again, it's going to be a problem for the defense.
He's very good, because the defense said that it's gone in 10 minutes and it wasn't in the system when he died.
Can they argue that without Dr. Conrad Murray testifying?
I was just talking to a few of my colleagues in downtown. I don't see how they could do it without Conrad Murray getting up there. There are too many holes inside the defense's opening statement, and they needed to be tied up with Conrad Murray. Without him, there's going to be a jeopardy of a hung jury in the best case scenario. Not only that, but as a defense attorney, before you do that, you want to ask yourself, can I win this case by showing the people haven't proven their case beyond a reasonable doubt? Vinny, it's the highest standard, the level of certainty under the law.
I learned that down in Orlando.
So, you know, if they haven't proven it beyond a reasonable doubt, the attorneys are going to make a decision whether or not putting him on the stand will actually help or hurt the case. It might hurt the case, because if he doesn't answer the questions properly, or if he waffles, it might do a lot of damage to the case. You're not going to be able to tear down everybody, Vinny. I think the name of the game in this case is the battle of the experts. However, Ed Chernoff is setting up the foundation and trying to show that Alvarez has some animosity towards Conrad Murray and may tend to blur some of the facts in order to give the prosecution a little bit of advantage. So that's what's going on right here.
But in order to be brought into court, you need to be subpoenaed.
Right.
So if they're not subpoenaed now, they're out of the country. I don't see them testifying.
150 miles is the jurisdiction of California, of the courts. So if they're gone, if they're out of the country, that's it. They're not coming back, and they're not going to be able to be used.